Welcome back to the show. Joining us now is I-24 News International Affairs correspondent Bianca Zanini. Hi, Bianca. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, good to have you. So we're going to discuss women's issues today.
Yes, as we usually do when I'm here.
Yes.
And today we're going to take a little trip around the world. I've gathered a few short insights to what's happening for women all around the world. And we're actually going to start right here in Israel. And the first story is that Ikea has launched a catalog without women for Orthodox Jews.
I wonder how Orthodox women feel about this.
Me too, but it's it's keeping in the practice of publications for ultra-Orthodox people.
Oh, this is the norm? Is just the women don't exist? I mean, I'm just wondering. It seems pretty bizarre to me.
It does, especially for someone outside of Israel who doesn't know about this. It's definitely strange. But you know, we have seen it before. There was a small Israeli newspaper famously edited out all the women in a picture of world leaders standing arm in arm after the Charlie Hebdo terrorist attack.
Wow.
And this photo, of course, went viral. People, we see Angela Merkel is missing on the picture.
Oh my gosh,
on one of the pictures.
Look at that.
And the response online internationally was, of course, to take this cutout of Angela Merkel and put her into all sorts of other...
doing the meme game? Yeah, that's
doing
always
the
funny.
meme game, also saying, you know, women do exist. Let's put her
Yes.
everywhere to make sure that we've seen that she was there.
Yes, wow. It's as a woman in the secular world, it is pretty shocking, and you would expect to maybe even see women in a room together, not necessarily mixed with men, just something.
No. Women absolutely cannot appear in any publications, and you know, about 11% of the population here are ultra-Orthodox here in Israel, and this is a market that Ikea wants to tap into. And so instead of women, they put pictures of baby cribs and books for religious books, or shelves for religious books.
Well, always interesting to hear about how other cultures expect publications to address them. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to stay in Israel.
Yes, we're going to stay in Israel to the next one, which is kind of on the other side of the coin. There's a spike in number of women serving in the IDF. In the combat units.
In the combat units. Really
so
interesting.
Thursday, the IDF opened up about its effort to raise the number of female fighters, and a lot of them are going to be stationed at the country's borders. Now, there's currently about 800 female fighters, and they want to surpass 1,130 during this year. And you know, we've seen a steady rise. We can see in 2015 the number was only 350. This is part of a larger effort.
So it's a huge leap.
It is. It's a huge leap, and it's something that has gotten a lot of different reactions. When this started, we had rabbis saying there were going to be, quote, little tank crew members would be the result of this, and that this should definitely not happen. But the IDF is going ahead with it, and all I can say is, you know,
power to him.
Yeah,
exactly.
power to him.
So speaking of power to him, let's have the latest update from the U.S. Women's March.
Right, so they've come out and finally set a date for their next big event. I wonder if it's going to be as big as their last one the day after the inauguration, but it's going to be a general strike this time, and they're going to dub it A Day Without a Woman. And it's going to be March 8 on Women's International Women's Day.
Yes, of course. That's a fitting day.
It is, and it comes in the wake of other protests and other efforts, other strikes. Yesterday we saw a big protest in the US where immigrants and descendants of immigrants they went on strike for a day without immigrants. And this is part of a message from minorities to President Donald Trump saying, we're important, we're part of the society, we should be valued, don't speak to us like that. You know, this is what they find is a racist and misogynistic rhetoric from Donald Trump. So this is their way of answering him.
Yes. Well, Bianca, thanks so much for this. International Women's Day, March 8th. That will be the Women's Strike.